Good evening, friends, and welcome to Palm Springs, California for tonight's matchup that features your Palm Springs Power and the visiting Arroyo Seco Saints. We bid you a very fine Friday evening to all, and happy weekend to all. Happy Father's Day weekend, as a matter of fact. Game number 4 of the season, your Palm Springs Power enter today with a 3-0 record and are set to face off with the Saints for the first of 2 here tonight. As we get you set up for this one, the Power taking the field. Let's get you your starting lineups here tonight on Power TV. Leading things off here for the Saints, it'll be Connor Bradshaw, the center fielder, followed by the third baseman Cooper Elliott and Jack Burden, the right fielder. Middle of the order rather, Peyton Lewis, the catcher, bats fourth. Batting fifth, Jack Grace at the DH, and batting sixth is Josh Cowden in left field. Bottom third now, Blake Marsh, the third baseman. The shortstop batting eighth is Brandon Boning, and Jackson Cobb as the second baseman batting ninth. On the hill here today for the Arroyo Seco Saints, Sergio Ramirez will be on the bump here for this one. Again, for the Saints, that's Bradshaw, Elliott, Burden, Lewis, Grace, Cowden, and Marsh, Boning, and Cobb, with Ramirez on the hill. On over the Palm Springs Power now. Again, 3-0 record to open up the year. Cato Kleiman, the hot-hitting second baseman, leads things off. Ryan Rodriguez is over at third base batting second. Brian Leaf, the center fielder, bats third. Jacob McCaskey's the DH. He bats fourth. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Justin Mazzone. Isaiah Alvarez in right field bats sixth. Batting seventh tonight for the Power, first baseman Mark Kirkland. Deshaun Johnson mans left and bats eighth. And A.J. Barraza is the shortstop of choice, batting ninth. On the hill here today, just finished up his warm-up tosses, Drew Clavena will be on the bump here for Palm Springs. University of Northwestern Ohio, 6 foot, 230 out of his senior year. Dons the number 49 on the back of his red jersey. All set for baseball here tonight from Palm Springs Stadium. Glad you can join us here on a warm Friday night. Small delay to begin this contest. Again, it'll be Connor Bradshaw, Cooper Elliott, and Jack Burden to face off with Clavena. First chance I get to see Drew Clavena. Lockport, Illinois native, went to Juliet Junior College, a graduate of Lincoln Way West High School in 2015. As Clavena will be on the hill to face off at the top of the order. Again, we're in a bit of a delay here to start this contest. And it looks like we are just about set to get underway. Tonight's umpires out on the base path, Sean Wolfson. Calling balls and strikes here in this one, Mike Evans. So Bradshaw to lead things off. We will start tonight's ball game at 109 degrees here in this one. Set, here's Drew Clavena, and the first pitch of the contest is in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Connor Bradshaw, Cooper Elliott. This ball game starts at 7:05. Again, it is 109 degrees. Some light cloud coverage off in the distance, but overhead, still sunny blue skies. Swing and a miss here to the left-handed bat, and the count goes to 0-2. Clavena 6'6", 230. And he's way ahead here already on Connor Bradshaw. The lefty awaits, the righty deals from the stretch. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Now about that, Drew Clavena begins his night with 3 strikes to get Bradshaw swinging. Defensively now for your Palm Springs Power. Start in the outfield per usual. In left field, Deshaun Johnson. The center fielder is Brian Leaf, and Isaiah Alvarez is the right fielder tonight. Around the horn it goes Ryan Rodriguez at third. A.J. Barraza, the shortstop. Cato Kleinman at second. Mark Kirkland, the first baseman, and Justin Mazzone is doing the catching here today. That draws Cooper Elliott to the plate, back-to-back left-handed bats at the top of the order here. Strike called, it's 0-1. Light crowd on hand here on this Friday evening. Still piling in. First of 2 between the Power and Saints here this weekend. They'll also play tomorrow night, same time, same place. The 0-1 to Elliott is just a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. These two teams will meet a couple of times this year. Again, this weekend. And then they will also meet the first game of July on July the 2nd. They will also meet here at 7:05. Two balls and one strike, the count here on Cooper Elliott. Coming home, that pitch is going to miss above the letters, and the count rolls to 3-1. So plenty of baseball here over the last couple of days. The Palm Springs Collegiate League got underway yesterday. 7 games scheduled yesterday. We had 4 today, as this one is foul tipped and caught a piece of Mazone. And the count is here at 3-2. So got to see the younger guns get underway. And in case you're still new around these parts, the way it's working this year is a new format here in the PSCL and for the Power. The Power team is essentially a all-star team, acting kind of like a spring training of sorts with a club to be called up to. So we will see a rotating roster this year with guys shuffling in and out based on how they play in the PSCL. So kind of more of a reward system that's set up this season. Clavena, the righty, deals a 3-2 swing and a miss. That's back-to-back punch-outs to open up the ball game. That'll bring up the Huntington Beach product, Jag Burden. Jag Burden was a member of the Huntington Beach Oilers for a few years and was a big part of that club, now up at Cal Berkeley. Some really good ball games being played out in Huntington Beach. In there for a strike, it's 0-1. Burden, we mentioned, what was it, the other day on that Long Beach roster, Caden Aoki played in that ball game, pitched against the Power. That was also a Huntington Beach Oilers. A lot of Huntington Beach kids we've seen here to start the year. This one fouled off, and quickly on Burden, it's 0-2. Of course, Caden's brother was also on that Long Beach squad, but he went to Edison High School, which is somewhat of a rival out there. Huntington Beach and Edison, both Huntington Beach schools. No balls and 2 strikes. Clavena kick deal. Here's a little bouncer back towards second. Backing up is Kleinman. Makes the grab up high and shifts it on over to first. That's a 1-2-3 flank frame here for Drew Clavena. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out to finish off the inning. We go to the bottom of 1. No score just yet. Cato Kleinman to lead things off. When we come back, you're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on Power TV.
Yeah, but she didn't read that. How's the grading? Wonderful.
Cato Kleinman will lead things off here in the bottom of the first to face off with the new UC Riverside right-hander, Sergio Ramirez, who takes over here in the bottom of one. The right-hander deals first pitch swinging, is bounced foul. Down the third base line, it's 0-1 on Kleinman. Cato Kleinman, Ryan Rodriguez, and Brian Leaf, the scheduled hitters here in the inning. Anything further in the first. Jacob McCaskey, Justin Mazzone, and Isaiah Alvarez. Bottom third is Mark Kirkland, Deshaun Johnson, and A.J. Barraza. The 0-1 to Kleinman. Breaking ball finds the outside edge, and it's a no-ball, two-strike count. Sergio Ramirez signed a full tuition athletic scholarship with UCR. He's going to become a Highlander here soon out of Chaffey College. He overthrows this fastball down and in. We saw his teammate earlier today in the PSCL. Mason Grace, a UCR product as well. It'll be his battery mate this next spring. Got him swinging upstairs. Down goes Kleinman on strikes. And we open up both halves of the first in identical ways with a pair of swinging strikeouts. Draws Ryan Rodriguez to the plate. Defensively here for the Arroyo Seco Saints under Aaron Millam, the head coach here for Arroyo Seco. Josh Cowden is in left field. Connor Bradshaw, the center fielder, and Jag Burden is in right. Around the infield, it goes Cooper Elliott at third. Brandon Boning, the shortstop, with his double play partner Jackson Cobb at second. Blake Marsh, the first baseman, and Peyton Lewis is doing the catching as Sergio Ramirez delivers strike one to Rodriguez. The righty fiddles in his mitt before kicking back and coming home the 0-1. Lots of strikes. This one, however, doesn't find the strike zone upstairs to even up the count one apiece. Sergio Ramirez went to Glendora High School, so stands to reason why he finds himself with the Arroyo Seco Saints, based out of Pasadena. This one left over the plate and lined into left field. It's going to fall in front of Josh Cowden. He looked to be a little indecisive on that one. Could have potentially had a play on it. It was a little lazy looper, but didn't get a good jump on it. So Ryan Rodriguez will tip his cap, say thank you very much. I'll take the single. Brings up Brian Leaf. Brian Leaf has been good to start here in 2021. First offering misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Brian Leaf to open up the year. 6 hits and 14 trips. Good for a 429. Reached base at a 467 clip, and most of those, again, has been courtesy of hits. This one upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. It's translated into 1 run driven in the first 3 games of the power schedule. Again, Brian Leaf has been one of the more impressive guys we've seen thus far with the bat this season. The 1-0 to Leaf. Brian fouls it off. Got it in on the hands that time and sent it foul on the first base side. 1-1. Runner aboard at first on the 1-out single. That's Ryan Rodriguez. There goes that runner. Pitches down and away. Tough one to throw on. It sails into center field. Up back to his feet is Rodriguez, and he'll say thanks. I'll take third as well. So what could have been the second out of the inning instead turns into a runner at third base with 1 down. So a stolen bag on a throwing error. That's a tough one to throw on if you're Peyton Lewis. Had to go to the backhand to pull it down from his cleats, pull it back to his hands. That's a tough way to get the transfer to second. Almost certainly spells a throwing error sailing away. The 3-1, nowhere near the strike zone. And well, Sergio Ramirez started off very hot, now finds himself in some hot water. So a One out walk, back-to-back to reach here with the runners on the corners for Jacob McCaskey.
Now batting for the Power. Still one out here in the bottom of the first. The DH, Jacob McCaskey.
Runner takes off for second. The pitch is strike. They won't even throw. And Leaf swipes second base. So a pair of stolen bags here in the inning for the Power. But Brian Leaf, that's already his 5th leading the Power this year. So Leaf at second, Rodriguez at third as Palm Springs threatens in a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of 1. Here it comes home. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. McCaskey out of the California University of Pennsylvania, 6', 205 from Tarentum, Pennsylvania. The 2-0 misses down now. 3 balls and no strikes. Or 2 balls and 1 strike, rather. That first pitch called a strike on the throw down to second. Brian Leaf took my attention away. Doesn't he always? 2-1 to McCaskey. In the air to right field. Going to be deep enough to bring home a run. Might bring home 2. Drifting back is Burden. It's off his glove on the warning track. Here comes Rodriguez to score. Leaf the late jump all the way to the plate, and it's an RBI triple to bring home 2 for Jacob McCaskey. It's 2-0 Palm Springs. So McCaskey with the 3-bagger to play the pair. And 4 batters in. The Power lead this ball game 2-0. Tough play for Burden. Had to go racing back. First pitch to Justin Mazzone. The lefty will take one up and out. The 1-0 misses outside. That's a couple batters in a row now for Sergio Ramirez falling behind. The 2-0 pitch. Backed him up. 3 balls and no strikes. Some light stretching already down in the Arroyo Seco bullpen. Don't think it means much necessarily. Got Kleinman rather easily at the top of the order, but has been a struggle since. This one will be swung on and missed for strike 1. This one bounced on the right side and in and out of the glove of Jackson Cobb. The throw to first is late. Don't matter. McCaskey comes in to score. Be an RBI single for Mazzone to make it a 3-0 ball game. Brings up Isaiah Alvarez. First pitch, a called strike on Isaiah Alvarez. Had a very hot opening night. 6 RBIs in the first 2 games, or first few games rather, with the Power. Seeing Isaiah Alvarez playing the PSCL as well here over the last 2 days. Next one, give him a strike. Back with the X offering, going to be lifted out towards right field. Second chance for Burden, who drifts back on it and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. That'll snap the 4 in a row retired, by the way. Swung on and missed as Mark Kirkland comes up empty, swinging at the first pitch fastball. Ramirez trying to get out of this with just the 3 runs against him. Here's a ground ball into right field. That's the 4th hit of the inning for Palm Springs. So a single to right for Mark Kirkland, shifts Mazzone to second, and that'll bring up the 8th batter of this first inning. It's Deshaun Johnson.
Here at the bottom of the first, now batting for the Power, the left fielder, Deshaun Johnson.
Johnson dons the number 11 as he strides into the box. First pitch swinging, grounded to the backhand of Boning, and the shortstop will go the easy way to third to get Mazzone, the lead runner. Fielder's choice will end up going 6-5. The Power have themselves a nice little 3-0 lead. 3 runs, they do it on 4 hits. They end up leaving a pair after no errors in the inning. 1 inning in the books. We go to the second. It's 3-0 Palm Springs.
These two families have more than 130 years of insurance experience. They share values of community service and personal commitment to their clients. Menards Automotive is locally owned and provides services and repairs to the Palm Springs area. Be sure to check out Menards Automotive for local car repairs.
So the climb back begins here for Arroyo Seco. Saints trail the Power 3-0 as we open up the second inning. It's Peyton Lewis, the catcher, to face off with Drew Clavena. The righty deals, and the first pitch will be fouled backwards towards the parking lot. No balls and 1 strike. 3 runs came across in that first inning. Power 4 hits in that inning as well, including a triple. The 0-1 pitch now is swung on and missed. Peyton Lewis, the catcher. Lots of lefties in this starting lineup here tonight for Arroyo Seco. Left-handed heavy. Way ahead, the 0-2 from Clavena. Another foul ball. Hope it doesn't hit my car. It's 4 straight left-handed bats at the top of the order, mind you. Clavena searching for strikeout number 3, and 4 batters face the 0-2 once more. Check swing inside and down. There will be no appeal. 1 ball and 2 strikes. See what Lewis does here, trying to protect it 1-2. Clavena comes back with it. Went up and away with a heater and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peyton Lewis out of Texas State, 6'3", 200 pounds is he. Big lefty. As he steps back into the box trying to get the Arroyo Seco first base runner of the day. Outside with it to run the count full. Already action, by the way, in the Saints bullpen. A right-hander beginning to loosen here in between innings after a rough first. That's Jack Baird, the Pepperdine product, getting loose. 3-2 pitch now. Scorched foul on the first base side.
As a reminder, if you bring in a foul ball to the third base concession stand, you'll get a free popsicle.
Warm evening here in Palm Springs as we approach 7:30 p.m. here on this Friday night. Still triple digits here in the desert, 108. Try another 3-2. In the air, line drive to right field. Alvarez checks to his right to make the grab, and the long battle won by the righty Clavena. So a line out to right will be the first out here in the second. Draws Jack Grace to the plate, the designated hitter. That's 4 up, 4 down for Drew Clavena, who had a pair of strikeouts and a weak ground out in that first inning. Again, now has been gifted a 3-run lead early. So Jack Grace will be the first right-handed bat to step into the batter's box tonight. He will offer and foul tip it into the mid of the zone for an 0-1 count. Grace, the DH, donning the number 7, and a Creighton product at 6'3", 215. And another swing and a miss. Finds himself deep in the count here at 0-2. Here comes Clavena's 0-2. He misses up and away. They were setting up there, trying to get him to chase something upstairs. See what gives here on the 1-2. Back into the box goes Grace. Base is empty here with 1 out. 3-0 Power in the second. Fastball just tipped at home plate. We'll try it again. Drew Clavena has had a wild ride to get here in Palm Springs. This past 2021 season, 7 starts made, 41 innings pitched to the tune of a 4.61 ERA. In those 41 innings, however, the good sign, 49 punch-outs for the righty. The elder statesman set, and the righty comes back, the 1-2, swing and a miss. And down goes Grace, 3rd strikeout of the night already in 5 batters faced for Clavena. He's got 2 outs here in the second. Josh Cowden now to the plate. Take a wild guess at which hands, or hand rather I should say, is Josh Cowden. Try to get cute with it. He's a lefty. And for a strike, 0-1. One thing I've certainly noticed over the last decade or so that I've been covering ball, switch hitters are a dying breed. Here's a bouncing ball back towards the middle. Long run over, nice cutoff by Kleinman. Jump throw to first off the bag. Good attempt there. That'll go as an infield single for Cowden. First hit, first base runner for the Saints tonight. Brings up Blake Marsh. But yeah, back to that point. I don't know if it's just me, but again, switch hitting is seeming to be a lost art in the game. And let alone switch hitting. I mean, I know obviously baseball's right-handed heavy. Most sports are right-handed heavy. But left-handed bats are also a bit of a dying breed. Lefty arms still seem to be, obviously a hot commodity, but still around. There is supply there. In for a strike here on Blake Marsh, 0-1. But aside from that, the switch hitter has been dying further and further. You see it at the college level, you see it at the prep level, which obviously leads all the way to the bigs, through the minors and independent leagues and all that. Good pickoff toss to first just to keep them honest. 2 gone here in the inning. It's 3-0. Palm Springs top 2, another pickoff throw to first. And once more, he's in there safely. That one's on the edge for a strike call. In case you're wondering why Homer Simpson is being played through the speakers, beer batter tonight for Blake Marsh. So Drew Clavenna can give everybody here a gift. 21 and over. The 0-2. Up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner takes a short lead off of first. That's Josh Cowden. Clavenna's 1-2. Outside it runs. A lot of fastballs here first time through the Yoder for Clavenna. Here in the Palm Springs Power and the PSCL this year, the collegiate league that has also ran through this complex. Not seeing guys working just fastball a lot this year. That's still early. Runner staying put, the 2-2 downstairs and in. That's the second time tonight already that Clavenna has gotten ahead 0-2 and then has fallen to a full count thereafter. That's twice. But who's counting? Last time got him. Cowden will go here, clearly. With 2 gone and the 3-2. Got him swinging. Down goes Blake Marsh. How about Drew Clavenna? 4 punch-outs here for the first 6 outs. He's gone rather clean other than an infield single. An inning and half the books. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left at first base. We go to the bottom of 2. Shutdown inning is here. It's 3-0. Palm Springs.
Get well now. Visit Eisenhower Medical Center located at Sunrise Way in Palm Springs. Meeting all your healthcare needs, Eisenhower is proud to support the community with health centers throughout the valley. To learn more, visit eisenhowerhealth.org. Located in the El Paseo shopping district in Palm Desert, El Paseo Jewelers offers loose diamonds and exquisite diamond and gemstone jewelry. Known for beautiful gold and diamond jewelry pieces, their store has an impeccable reputation for both quality and customer service. The hitting zone teaches baseball and softball with integrity, discipline, pride, and perseverance. Their goal is to assist and develop their athletes to achieve the highest levels of competition they desire, while teaching life lessons that will last them a lifetime.
Now batting for the Power is the shortstop, AJ Barraza.
A rough first inning will spell the demise here for Sergio Ramirez, who ends up going an inning and facing 8 batters while allowing 3 runs to come across on 4 hits. All those runs earned, by the way. And a new arm into the contest. It's Jack Baird taking over. Baird out of Pepperdine, 6'4", 200, the right-hander, to face off with A.J. Barraza, the only guy that didn't come to the plate in the first inning. He will find the strike zone there on Barraza. 9-1-2 due up in the inning. Barraza, then Cato Kleinman and Ryan Rodriguez. Again, 3-0 the score. Palm Springs plating a triplet there in the first. This one upstairs. So 2 balls and 1 strike here on A.J. Barraza after the off-speed pitch misses up. That one finds the outside corner for a strike. A walk and a strikeout for Ramirez here today as well, just BTW. This one going to be fouled off. A.J. Barraza, the slick-handed shortstop, trying to get things rolling here to begin the second. That pitch is high. I'm going to workshop that. Slick-handed shortstop. How can I make that a little bit better? Let's see. Slick, skilled shortstop. Gotta love alliteration. He'll lift one off the end of the bat as it skies out towards right center. The second baseman secures the ball for the first out. Can't say it. So down goes Barraza on a pop out. Brings back the top of the order, Cato Kleinman. Okay, so now we got the k sound. Let's see if I can pull alliteration off with this one. Cato Kleinman kicks and knocks this one out of play. I guess that's kind of cheating. Silent K. 3-0 the score. We're in the bottom of the second. Cato struck out back in the first inning. That was against Sergio Ramirez, clearly, so he'll face off with Baird for the first time. Here's the kick and deal. Kleinman clips this one. Coming up empty for strike 2. I'm going to keep going all night. I mean, think of who's on deck. We got Ryan Rodriguez, so start getting your R words as well. This is just a test at this point. And he connives his way through this one down to first base with the throw. Another K here for Cato Kleinman, down on strikes. And there's 2 quick outs here in the frame for a strikeout of the night for Jack Baird. All right, here we go. Ryan Rodriguez. I'll stop after this one, I promise. This will be my last one. Ryan Rodriguez reeled in a single back in the first inning. Right off of the plate with this one, it's a 1-0 count. Rodriguez a single and a run scored here today. Picked up a stolen base as well. Rockets one down the left field line just inside the chalk down for extra bases. And into second base, Ryan Rodriguez. It's a 2-out double for Rodriguez. All right, I tap. I got a couple good ones in, but I think that's all I'm good for. Brian Leaf to the plate here, a walk back in the first inning. Also came around to score on that 2-run triple from Jacob McCaskey. Runner at second base here with 2 away. Baird, the right-hander, working from the stretch now. He overthrows this fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom 2, 3-0 Palm Springs trying to add to their total. In for a strike. Let's see, Palm Springs Power, plate 3. Yeah, it's not bad. Fouled back. Here's a better one. Palm Springs Power played a pair +1. That's not bad. You do better. That was back in the first. There's only so much I can do with the inning. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Foul tipped into the mitt, and down goes Brian Leaf on strikes. A pair of punch-outs here for Jack Baird. A 2-out double from Ryan Rodriguez, but that's it here for the Power in the second. Two complete. To the third, it's still 3-0 Power here from Palm Springs Stadium.
One more reminder for the next 2 minutes. Run light and left at the third base concession stand is still $2. Get it while you can. The third inning is brought to you by Trio Restaurants. Anytime the Power hit a triple or turn a triple play during the third inning, one lucky fan is going to receive a $50 gift card to Trio. Located in downtown Palm Springs, Trio Restaurant, where Palm Springs meets. Desert Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power. Desert Air Conditioning is also the company you can count on for all your comfort needs. Family affairs since 1954, let their family serve yours. Visit desertairps.com today. Las Cazuelas Terraza is one of the best patio dining scenes in the valley. They've been serving authentic Mexican food service for over 60 years in the heart of downtown Palm Springs. Las Cazuelas Terraza, a proud supporter of Power Baseball.
To the top of the third we go. Drew Clavenna has punched out 4 already in his first 2 frames of reference. He'll face off with 8, 9, and 1, beginning with Brandon Boning. 3-0, Palm Springs lead it after 2 innings complete. So Brandon Boning, Jackson Cobb, and then back around to the top, Connor Bradshaw.
Now batting for the Saints, the shortstop, Brandon Boning.
Bunt shown. They'll take it low and off the plate, however. 1 ball and no strikes. All 3 runs for Palm Springs plated in the first. The Arroyo Seco Saints had their first base runner in the second inning with an infield single with 2 outs, but couldn't do anything with it. 1-0 just off the inside part of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Want to thank you all for checking in here tonight. Palm Springs trying to make it 4-0 to begin the year. Also undefeated are these Arroyo Seco Saints this season, coming off of a 7-0 victory yesterday at home. Here's a ground ball towards third base. Rodriguez there, throw to first, tagged him out. So they ground out 5-3. It's been a good start of the year for Arroyo Seco. They have not allowed their opposition to score more than 3 runs in their first 4 games this season. So 3 runs here tonight. Can the Power break the mold at this point? Blanked Walnut Creek last night, 7-0 over the Crawdads. So 1 out, bases clear for Jackson Cobb. Left-handed bat once more, swinging a foul tip into the mid. It's 0-1. Jackson Cobb, the second baseman, is the 6 of 6 left-handed bats in the lineup tonight. Down and in. For the uninitiated around these parts, and I don't know if I actually talked about this yet, but I use lots of highlighter in my scorebook to keep track of everything that's going on. And one of the big things I keep highlighted are all left-handed bats in yellow. So this one comes home for a strike. My left-hand side of my scoreboard, or scorecard I should say, kind of looks like Abbey Road. Just almost feels like every single name is highlighted in a line. So it kind of looks like, you know, like a crosswalk. All right, if Abbey Road were lit up in yellow, all right? You get what I'm going with? Follow the yellow brick road. Something like that. Jackson Cobb awaits. Swing and a miss. And how about Drew Clavenna? 9 batters faced, 5 punch-outs, 2 gone here in the third.
2 outs now here at the top of the third.
This is what I always have to say. Look, here's the thing. You talk to yourself for 3.5 hours and make sure everything makes sense. Connor Bradshaw to the plate. He struck out swinging back in the first, upstairs and away for a strike. That's always my go-to. That's my get out of jail free card. Not every single analogy's gonna work, all right? Joking. Runners nowhere. 2 up, 2 down. Here to open up the third. That's 3 in a row retired. This one skied out to deep right field, however. Bradshaw gets deep into one. Here's Alvarez at the wall to pull it in on the track. Ball was launched a ton, but Isaiah Alvarez is able to keep him off the board here in the third inning with a 1-2-3. That 3 a little scarier to the bottom of 3. It's 3-0 Palm Springs.
Fans, turn your attention to the third base side as Wyatt and Aubrey compete against Lindsay and Sophia in our water balloon toss. Here are the rules. Each team will be given a water balloon. Every time you successfully toss and catch the balloon, you will take a step back until the last water balloon is standing. All right, is everyone ready? Start in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, okay. Let's give them a round of applause. Here we go, let's cheer them on! Wow! Let's hear it for Wyatt and Aubrey! Power fans, when you're hungry, head on down to In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out is a proud supporter of the Palm Springs Power. They provide quality food with a great dining experience. In-N-Out, quality you can taste.
Here at the bottom of the third, the Power still leads 3-0. Now batting for the DH, Jacob McCaskey.
Shifting this ball game to the home half of the third, Palm Springs maintaining a 3-0 advantage. Jacob McCaskey is a big part of the reason why the Power are up. He plated a pair with the triple back in the first. The first offering from Jack Baird will find the strike zone on the outside edge. No balls and 1 strike. It's Jacob McCaskey, Justin Mazzone, and Isaiah Alvarez, the scheduled hitters here in the third. Went down rather quietly other than a double in the second inning. High and tight with the next offering. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good contingency of kids running around the ballpark here today. Always great to see the kids running around and having some fun. Played a little bit of catch in between that inning, in case you saw it there in the bottom part of your screen. Swing and a miss, it's 1 and 2. The water balloon toss was getting going here on the concourse. Wouldn't you want to drop it on a day like this? Let your legs get splashed? Reached out and poked to the screen. Also kids running around. There's a bounce house down in left field, just shy of the batting cages. One of 2 batting cage facilities here on the complex. 2-strike pitch. They won't give them to this. Two balls and 2 strikes here on McCaskey. Baird kick deal. Here comes the 22. Another poke job lifted out of play. Do it again. Game number 4 of 21 for Palm Springs today. Trying to make it 4-0 and off to a good start doing it. Here's a ground ball sharply towards third. Bounces off the chest of the third baseman Elliott. His throw to first is not in time.
No out here at the bottom of the third. Now batting for the Power is the catcher, Justin Mazzone.
They will give McCaskey an infield single, so says the official score tonight. So that's his second hit of the evening. Justin Mazzone, RBI knockback in the first. Speaking of infield singles, he has one tonight. Pitch in the dirt, rather. 1 ball, no strikes. McCaskey got a bit of a lead off of first, but scrambles back to the bag without a throw. 3-0 the score. We've played at 2.5. We're in the bottom of the third. Nobody out and a runner aboard at first. Baird comes back with it. And the next one misses down, not in the dirt, but 2 balls and no strikes. The count here on Justin Mazzone. Mazzone 2 for his first 4 with the power, including tonight 3 for his first 5. He swings through this one. 2 balls and 1 strike. More action already in the bullpen now for Arroyo Seco. Creighton Hansen is getting loose. The right-hander begins to play catch. All's quiet in the Palm Springs bullpen, mind you. Another throwback to first. Got a ruling change. McCaskey reaches on an error, so no hit for him. They'll give it E5 on the fielding mistake there by Cooper Elliott officially. In the air to center field, going to stay in the yard. Moving back on it goes Bradshaw. He's got room in the gap and hauls it in. That'll be the first out of the inning. That is the second error tonight here on Arroyo Seco. Isaiah Alvarez flew out to right field to find the first out, or rather second out in the first inning. He'll come back to the plate with the runner aboard at first. Baird comes back. And it's 0-1. Sun is setting here tonight, usually sets here in the next couple of minutes. Buzzing in on 8 p.m. this evening. That's high for 1-1. Alvarez now 4 for his first 12, including tonight. That's good for a 333. That's even math I can do. 1-1, runner takes off. Bouncing ball back towards the middle. Diving effort by the shortstop, Boning. He knocks it down, but that's all he can do. So McCaskey gets the second infield single for Isaiah Alvarez. Puts him on first and second with 1 gone. And it draws Mark Kirkland to the plate, who has a hit tonight.
Now batting for the Power is the first baseman, Mark Kirkland.
Kirkland checks his swing, doesn't matter, takes a strike regardless. It's 0-1. Baird trying to work out of this jam he's found himself in now. He'll catch the corner for a strike, and a good one for that, and it's 0-2. At second base, McCaskey. At first, Alvarez. 3-0 Palm Springs in the bottom of the third. 1 out here in the inning. Cued off the end of the bat as it squibs towards the on-deck circle. 2 strikes here on Kirkland. Downstairs with this one. Waiting on deck, Deshaun Johnson. Top of the fourth, we'll take a look around Major League Baseball, see what's going on with the Halos, Dodgers, and Padres, and everywhere else in the majors today. Pitch is out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Mark Kirkland, trying to bring home another run. Kirkland with 1 RBI thus far in the first couple of games of the season. He'll reach out, break his bat, roll it towards second. Going to be an easy deuce to end the inning. 4-6-3 to put away a pair, and so ends the 3rd frame. So no runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left to end the inning. We've played 3 to the 4th. It's still 3-0 Palm Springs here from the desert.
They've been serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner for over 40 years in downtown Palm Springs. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to try their famous urban pancakes. Kaiser Restaurant Group is the only locally owned steakhouse in Palm Desert. With an extensive bar menu designed for your health, they believe that you truly are what you eat. They offer hormone-free prime USDA beef for all power fans that come down to Kaiser Grill in Palm Desert. Halo Diagnostics is here to improve human health and well-being. With their world-class team, advanced diagnostics and treatment solutions, Halo Diagnostics provides a whole new healthcare experience.
Rude.
We begin the top half of the 4th inning. Of first pitch to Cooper Elliott, the left-handed hitting 3rd baseman, will be downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes your count. Cooper Elliott, Jack Burden, and Peyton Lewis, 2, 3, and 4, due up here against Drew Clavenna, who is impressed here through the first 3 innings with 5 punch-outs. Bunt try, pushed up along the 3rd base line, and there's going to be no play. Perfectly placed bunt by Cooper Elliott. That'll be just the 2nd hit of the ball game here for the Saints. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Now batting for the Saints, the right fielder, Jack Burden.
The 3rd baseman, Ryan Rodriguez, was way back. As promised, we'll take a look around the Major League scoreboard here in the inning. First, we ship it out to Anaheim. The Angels and Tigers, game 2 of that series after a hotly contested game 1. Angels leading it 2-0. Alex Cobb looking pretty good here tonight with 6 punch-outs thus far. Pitch is up and out here on Jack Burden. He rolled over to second base for the first out, or for his first at-bat, rather. That was the 3rd out of the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Runner aboard at first with nobody gone, 3-0 Palm Springs. Line drive into left center field, falling fast for back-to-back knocks. First to 3rd time for Elliott. And Arroyo Seco getting their first real damage here against Drew Clavenna. Back-to-back knocks to open up the 4th. So on the corners they stand for Peyton Lewis, the catcher, who lined out to right field last time up. So again, good night for Alex Cobb this far, 4 scoreless with 6 punch-outs. Halos and Tigers in the 4th, 2-0. Dodgers and D-backs, they're debuting the City Connect jerseys out at the closed roof ballpark in Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Los Serpientes and Los Doyers, I guess, if you will, 0-0. First pitch, ground ball foul by Peyton Lewis, 0-1. D-backs and Dodgers tied at 0 there in the 5th inning. And the City Connect jerseys, Los Serpientes, look great. Pick back to first. So again, 0-0 ball game. Padres leading the Reds right now. Chris Paddock got the ball tonight for SD, and the Pods leading in 2-0. They're at Petco tonight. What a wild comeback last night for the Dads. Right-hander Clavena trying to get a ground ball to kill 2 here, in for a strike. That was Eric Hosmer last night with the big 2-run shot to tie the ball game in the 9th. The Padres ended up walking off on Amir Garrett and company. No balls and 2 strikes here on Peyton Lewis. The cleanup man awaits. The righty Clavena, long pause at the chest. Here he comes. Down and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. More California baseball. We head up north to San Francisco. The Giants leading the Phillies 3-1 the score right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the San Francisco Giants, the most wins in Major League Baseball, I believe. 44 on the year. Stark difference from the Pirates with 44 losses on the season. Starting to look like the Pirates of the 50s over the last couple. Here's a ground ball to second, should be 2. Flip on the backhand, Barraza, throw to first, and 2 gone here. A run does come in to score, however, so it's 3-1 as Elliott touches home. So no RBI for Peyton Lewis. The ground ball double play, nice and easy, 4-6-3. Base is empty for Jack Grace now, a strikeout victim earlier. Every generation seems to have that lowly team. A couple of years ago, yes, one playoff or one World Series appearance, but it's been, well, I guess for years it's been the Mets. On the outside, down 1-0. But right now it really feels like the Pirates are that team. They are a stark difference from the Marte Parte that used to exist out in Bucko land. Also, of course, with Andrew McCutchen. Charlie Morton once upon a time. Here's a skide out towards right center field. Sliding, no catch made this time for Leaf. It'll go as a 2-out single. The Buccos, of course, in the 40s, 50s, and pretty much before anything prior to Clemente essentially was no-go baseball. I mean, they were just, I mean, those were some really, really bad teams during the Brooklyn Dodger eras. Those were some really, really rough teams out in Pittsburgh. This one lifted down the left field line. Fair for a base hit, maybe 2. Over in foul territory as Deshaun Johnson humming around third to come to the plate and score on the RBI double. As Jack Grace and the Saints are back in the contest. It's 3-2. RBI double for Josh Cowden, his second hit of the game. So Grace all the way around from first, had a good jump. He was going to score no matter what. Blake Marsh to the plate. So I'm just trying to think, because it seems like every generation, like I mentioned, has that losing team, but also the team that has that losing mantra or that aura around it has kind of had like the joke that also dictates around that team. You think the Mets, right? However you want to say it. Whenever I read it, I read LOL Mets. LOL Mets has always been kind of the, at least the thing online now, swinging a foul tip at the plate, 0-1. But if you want to go all the way back into the early 1900s and think about the Washington Senators once upon a time, I mean, it's existed for years the way that these kind of joke phrases, even prior to the internet, obviously in the early 1900s. Blake Marsh, the batter, 0-1 with a strikeout tonight. He'll bounce one towards short. Over there is Barraza. He'll throw to first and end the inning. Pair of runs score here on 4 hits. First damage done here against Clavenna. But the old saying was for the Washington Senators was first in war, first in peace, and last in the American League. So maybe we got to find ourselves a new one for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. 2 plated for the Saints. It's a close ball game now. 3-2 Palm Springs to the plate here from Palm Springs Stadium.
If you're looking for a school that values academic excellence and a distinctively Christian education, King School is the place for you. At King School, students are given the opportunity to receive an excellent education in a safe environment, ensuring hope for their future. Learn more at kingschool.net.
Hey, 3-1.
Enjoy a night on the town in Palm Springs with a trip to Lulu California Bistro. Lulu has a beautiful all-day entree menu, or stop by on the weekend for their famous 3-course weekend brunch. Lulu has half-price wine specials every day, perfect for any occasion.
Got 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. No walks.
Bottom of the 4th, now Howard fans. Now batting the left fielder, Deshaun Johnson.
Creighton Hansen will take over on the hill after Jack Baird goes 2 innings scoreless with a pair of hits and a pair of strikeouts. The first offering to Deshaun Johnson is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes, so Hansen takes over for Baird, who relieved Ramirez, 3rd pitcher of the game. Creighton Hansen, a Grapevine, Texas native, currently at Wichita. The Shocker. He shocks things. Went to Liberty Christian High School. Class of 2019. Ground ball chopped towards second base. There is Jackson Cobb, and there's 1 away. So Johnson grounds out. Second for him here today. He is 0 for 2 now. And it draws A.J. Barraza to plate. Popped out to second base his last time out.
Now at the bottom of the 4th, now batting.
Creighton Hansen, 20 years old. He'll be turning 21 in a couple of months. 5 months. So in November. Barraza again 0 for 1 here today. 1 out. 3-2 Palm Springs leads it after surrendering a pair in the top of the 4th inning. Continuing a look here around Major League Baseball. What else is going on in the bigs? Okay, out to Texas we go. 4-4 the score. Twins and Rangers. They're looking for a walk-off tonight. Bottom 9 at Globe Life, whatever you want to call it. Swing and a miss. Cubs and Marlins. Sheesh. Cubbies getting wrecked right now. 10-2 the score there in the 9th as well. The Fish looking for win number 30 on the year. Pretty good considering still no Sixto Sanchez on that club. Pitch is high here on A.J. Barraza. 1 ball and 1 strike. Skewered foul on the first base side. We'll do it at 1-2. Kansas City and Boston mixing it up at Kauffman tonight. 5-3. They're in the bottom of the 8th with the Royals leading the Red Sox. Shout out Yankee fans. Rockies, Brewers, they're knotted up as 4 as well. They're in the bottom of the 7th right now in Colorado. Here's a little tapper up along the first base line off the hill as Hansen flips underhand to first for the 2nd out. Ground out 1-3, 2 on the right side of the infield to open up the frame. Cato Kleinman will come to the plate once more. He's 0 for 2 tonight. No such luck. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs.
Second baseman, Cato Kleinman.
Mariners hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. They lead Tampa Bay at this point. Michael Waka on the hill for Tampa, 4-1. The Seamen lead it there in the bottom of the third. Upstairs at the breaking ball, 1 ball, no strikes on Cato Kleiman. And only final scores elsewhere in Major League Baseball. The Nationals and Mets duke it out today in our nation's capital. Fly ball foul. 1-0. Nats over the Mets. Joey Lucchesi looked great tonight for the Mets, but hey, New York has just been unable to score recently. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count here on Cato Kleiman. So final score in D.C., 1-0, Nats over the Mets. Here's a bouncing ball chopped towards second. Busy inning for the right side of the infield. And 1 second baseman retires another. Cobb to get Kleinman, 1-2-3. That's the first 1-2-3 frame tonight for Arroyo Seco's defense. And how about a shutdown frame in the bottom of the fourth? We go to the fifth. 3-2, Palm Springs clinging on.
Throughout the inning, power staff are going to be giving away Jack in the Box merch. Jack in the Box, eat it anytime. They don't make it until you order it. Fans, turn your game program to page 25. If today's date is stamped on the Aspen Mills app, you're today's lucky winner of a loaf of bread from Aspen Mills. Go to the first booth on the third base side to receive your gift certificate. It is printed on page 25 on the Aspen Mills app. 4 locations, Aspen Mills is Coachella Valley favorite. Make sure to try some of their fresh baked goods or a delicious sandwich today. Right event Reynolds goes above and beyond to exceed their customers' expectations. Their 11 locations allow them to meet the needs of their customers across the state. They're committed to doing business the right way. City Automotive is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power baseball team. Be sure to visit City Automotive for all your cars needs. City Automotive is located on Palm Drive in Central Hot Springs. And remember to bring all foul balls to the third base concession stand for a free popsicle.
Drew Clavenna trying to clean up a little bit of a mess he had in the fourth inning, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. He was able to halt them right there and maintain the advantage here for Palm Springs. He comes back out for the 5th inning. The right-hander will face off with Brandon Boning to lead off the frame. The 8-hitter will take one for a breaking ball and a strike, and it's 0-1. Brandon Boning, Jackson Cobb, and Connor Bradshaw, the scheduled hitters here in the away half of the 5th. It's 8:16 p.m. It's 1 hour and 11 minutes old. Make a wish, I guess. Something like that. In the air to center field. Leaf drifting back. He lost the baseball for a second. He tries to hustle up and can't come away with it. It'll be a leadoff double for Brandon Boning. Brian Leaf lost that one in the night sky, and by the time he came to, it was too late. There are many things in this world that garner anxiety-driven responses. That's one of them. Losing the baseball when you know it's coming to you. Ask Bryce Harper in the All-Star game. What was that, almost a decade ago now at this point? That is one of the scariest feelings. You're just standing there going, where? I have no idea. Take a chill pill, Brian Leaf. It's all good. Runner at second base, and Jackson Cobb to the plate. Swings through the first one. It's 0-1. Cobb struck out swinging back in his last trip to the plate, and his only trip to the plate, as a matter of fact, so he's 0 for 1. Drew Clavenna looked pretty good here through the first 3. It struck out 5 batters, but again, labored a bit there in the 4th with a couple of hard-hit baseballs. And this unfortunate turn of events isn't going to help him either. Clavenna, a couple checks at second. 0-1 tapped foul first base side as he pulls it up the line for a 2-strike count. Lots of action right now in the Arroyo Seco bullpen. There's a basically a party going down right there. A couple of coaches and a couple of guys playing catch. Two strikes on Jackson Cobb. Open stance lefty, the righty Clavena set at the chest, comes back. 0-2, sails up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Haven't seen a ton of breaking stuff out of Drew Clavena tonight, especially with 2 strikes. So we'll see if he starts trying to mix some stuff in like that here as we go forward. One-two check swing, ring him up on the inside edge, down looking. Strikeout number 6 tonight. That's his first looking tonight. Kicks the order around for Connor Bradshaw, looking for his first hit 0 for 2. Still that pesky runner at second. 3-2, Palm Springs clinging to the lead here in the top of the 5th. First offering misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner taking his lead off of second base with 1 out here in the frame. Clavena catches the outside edge for a strike call to even up the count here at 1-1. Sunset upon us, almost disappeared. The mountain range off in the distance beyond the outfield wall is starting to disappear into the night sky. Wind still swirling and blowing out towards right field as Old Glory tatters over the batter's eye. One ball and 1 strike. Clavena set. First base side of the rubber. Comes back. Just missed. 2-1. That wind has been persistent all night long. I think that may have played a bit of a factor on that fly ball to Leaf here in the inning. He was forced to try and respond as quick as possible, and because of it, landed in for a base hit. That's why he stands at second. Clavena misses once more, 3 balls and 1 strike. He's not working ahead like he was earlier in the contest. See how long the leash is. That's, again, something that we're keeping our eye on, not only in the PSCL, but here with the Power as well. How long are the leashes, and what is the game plan throughout the year? Three-one. 3-2. No walks just yet, by the way, for Drew Clavena. Just those 6 strikeouts. Hasn't hit anybody either. He's looked very sharp here until the last 2 innings. See if he can get him right here. Bradshaw has struck out against Clavena tonight. This is the 3rd time through the order now. Three-two, time called. That would have been strike 3. Time was called at the last split second. So if you're Clavena, you got to ramp it back up again and get back in that mindset after delivering what, again, probably would have been strike 3. Three-two, outside edge, got him looking back to back. Looking strikeouts for Drew Clavena. Way to wait, come back in that one with the 2nd out of the inning. So back-to-back window shoppers here in the 5th after the leadoff double. That's 7 punch-outs tonight for Drew Clavena. Cooper Elliott pulled the rabbit out of the hat back in the 4th inning with a bunt single. He's 1 for 2. Came around to score the first run of the night for Arroyo Seco. Palm Springs still leading this one 3-2. We're in the top of inning number 5. First pitch tapped up along the first base line. It's 0-1. When the Palm Springs Power bat in their half of the fifth, Ryan Rodriguez will lead things off. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, presumably against Creighton Hansen. See if they can get out of this frame, still with the lead intact. Clavenna ahead here at 0-1. To Cooper Elliott. Missed up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Never finished that look through Major League Baseball. We'll see if I have time to get through it here in the inning. 1-1. Fouled back, 1-2. Pirates, we were talking about them earlier. They do come away with a win here tonight. Chad Kuhl gets the victory, 11-10. They take down the Indians. Orioles take down Toronto today, 7-1 the final. Tough news for Yankees fans. They fall to the West Coast rival Athletics. 5-3 your final score from the Bronx. Another foul ball, still 1-2. Braves take care of business at Truist tonight, 9-1 the final over St. Louis Cardinals. Ozzie Albies, or 5 RBIs, I believe, tonight, something like that. More than I got. Astros down the White Sox, 2-1 the final in Houston. Still 2 strikes here on Cooper Elliott. That one gets away and allows the runner to take third base. So tying run is at third now for Elliott, a chance to bring home run number 3. It's 3-2 as we stand right here. Clavenna trying to get out of this with the lead intact again so he can qualify for the victory. Some action down in the Palm Springs bullpen as a right-hander begins playing catch. Looks like it's Brett Finnell getting loose right now for the Power. This might be the last inning here for Clavenna. Oh, heads up. That one scorched foul down the right field side. What's it down there? I think it's not a library, but like some sort of city building down that right field side. They might have something on their front doorstep tomorrow morning. Try another 2-2 pitch. Little looper into left field for a base hit. Tying run scores in Boning. And the mistake in center with the lost baseball comes back to haunt. We are tied at 3. Pitch was just got too much of the plate that time. So second hit of the ball game. Cooper Elliott gets the job done here to knot this thing at 3 apiece. We're in the 5th. Jack Burden will try and continue the inning here for Arroyo Seco. First pitch, little number back towards the mound. Clavenna is there. That'll be an easy play to end the frame, but a pitch too late. RBI single for Cooper Elliott, a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We have played half of this ball game now to the bottom of 5, and you know what? We have figured absolutely nothing out. 3-3 the score. We go to the 5th.
Hey, how's it going down there, Lion?
Thanks, Sam. Chad Mays represents the 42nd District in the California State Assembly. Mays is motivated by the simple goal of improving lives for people. If you'd like to learn more about him, visit his website at chadmays.com. SBEMP LLP is a full-service law firm. They formed this law firm to concentrate exclusively on providing clients with superior legal representation and first-class service. Please visit their website at sbemp.com for a full description of their services SBEMP offers. The Old Spaghetti Factory is a unique Italian restaurant for everyone to enjoy. It's the perfect atmosphere for a family celebration, a group event, or a special dinner date. Visit the Old Spaghetti Factory today.
We're at the bottom of the fifth, tied 3-3 now batting. For the Power is the third baseman,
Ryan Rodriguez has had an eventful evening with the bat. He's 2 for 2 with a single, double, and a run scored here this evening. He will come to the plate and try and kickstart this offense to open up the bottom of 5 and a tie ball game at 3. Creighton Hansen's first offering dips downstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan Rodriguez, Brian Leaf trying to get his comeuppance, and then Jacob McCaskey, 2, 3, and 4 in the inning. Outside with the next one off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. 8:30 p.m. here in Southern California, here in Palm Springs. Glad you can join us. Grab a jacket. It's 105 now. There's a foul ball off the end of the bat. 2-1. I don't know if I'm losing my mind. Maybe, probably. But is 105 cool to me now? I think it is, because right now I'm going, this ain't bad. Ball in the dirt, 3-1. I guess a couple weeks in Palm Springs will do that to you. But I think that's where I'm at now. Wanted to preview a little bit of the Division I College World Series about to get underway tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say. Foul ball. It's 2-2 on Rodriguez. NC State snuck their way in. 16 seed taking on number 7 Stanford. You want to talk about teams that kind of, I wouldn't want to say Stanford snuck their way in, but they battled to get their way in. Broken bat bouncer towards the right side of the infield. Cobb charges and has the play. Ground out 4-3. Allows Brian Leaf a chance here with 1 gone. So that ball game tomorrow, 2 p.m. West Coast time on ESPN. Game 1 of the College World Series. NC State and Stanford tomorrow afternoon. And then just one other game at night, 7 p.m. first pitch. Them Vandy boys hosting another team that, hey, you may not have thought was going to be there. The University of Arizona, those Wildcats made their way into the tournament. The boys from Tucson. Pitches a slider upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. The count here on Brian Leaf. Next one swung on and missed. Leaf walked back in the first and scored. He struck out in the second inning. And this is the first time he sees Creighton Hansen. Kick deal to Leaf. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. And that's in there for a called strike 3. There goes Brian Leaf. First strikeout of the night for Creighton Hansen. We're still tied at 3, by the way. 2 outs here in the 5th. Jacob McCaskey has reached base twice with a triple and an error.
2 outs now at the bottom of the 5th. Now batting for the Power is the DH, Jacob McCaskey.
Are you kidding me? Guess what happened in Anaheim? Shohei Ohtani goes deep. And then Jared Walsh. It's a home run derby in Anaheim. Both going yard tonight for the Halos. And it's already 7-0 for, dare I say, LA. That's number 20 for Shohei. Heads up, Tatis. Swing and a miss here by McCaskey. Luis Rengifo also went yard in that ball game. Just got called back up yesterday, Rengifo did, from AAA Salt Lake. Here's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shohei Ohtani, AL MVP, question mark? It could happen. Sorry, Trouty. 2-2 looper back towards center, and Jacob McCaskey fights his way to get his second hit of the ball game. He thought about taking second, took a huge step off of first base, and trips back into the bag. Oh, man, we've talked about that over at first base. There is a ton of sand over there. The dirt around first base is very soft. So McCaskey slams on the brakes and has to scurry quite literally back to first. Don't worry, Jacob, I won't tell anybody. Justin Mazzone, an RBI infield single back in the first. He flew out in the third. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Saw some notes out of Mike Trout yesterday mentioning that he's hoping to begin baseball activities here shortly. Got to imagine a rehab appearance wherever they send him. Runner takes off for second. Foul tip. They'll have to send him back. Got to imagine there will be a rehab appearance for Trout. They usually send him to either AAA Salt Lake or now Low A Inland Empire. Mazzone trying to fight his way to get back on base. Runner goes, skying out towards left field. Playable for Cowden, and that will end the inning. So a 2-out single from Jacob McCaskey goes by the wayside. Pretty clean 2 frames thus far for Creighton Hansen, and the ball game is still tied at 3. We go to the top of the 6th here from Palm Springs Stadium.
Baseball game without any players on the field. Just isn't fun. For any of your computer needs, come see DA Computers in Palm Springs. Or visit them online at dacomputerstoreofthedesert.com for more information. Arroyo's Italian Cafe, voted #1 Italian restaurant in the Valley, serves the largest glass of wine in the Valley for only $5. They have a great happy hour food, drink specials, lunch 7 days a week. Visit Arroyo's tonight. Firestone Walker Brewery Company is celebrating 25 years of success. While their beers are available nationwide, they always reflect where they come from. They take great pride in their craft quality, aiming for the perfect beer. Try one here at Palm Springs Stadium at the third base concession stand. Now pitching for the Power, number 28, Brett Binnell.
We begin the top of the 6th with a new arm. Brett Finnell takes over on the hill. And his first pitch of the night begins with a strike here on Peyton Lewis, 0-1. Final line for Drew Clavenna. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. Oh, no on the walks, and 7 strikeouts tonight. Pretty good here. A little bit of trouble in the 4th and 5th. Almost got through that 5th inning with the lead. But all things considered, pretty good. 0-2 the count here on Peyton Lewis. He'll take one off the plate, 1-2. Now one misses down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peyton Lewis, Jack Grace, and Josh Cowden for 5 and 6, smack dab in the middle here. Two overpowered him, and that will be the first out of the inning. Peyton Lewis down on strikes. Welcome to the ball game, Brett Finnell. Brings up Jack Grace. Brett Finnell, Cal Baptist kid. Recent program, athletics program that jumped up into NCAA. Cal Baptist, highly touted now, and very exciting athletics program throughout all their athletics. Down and in. 6'4", 215 is he. Previously at UC Santa Barbara, went to Woodcrest Christian High School, class of 2018, a native of Riverside nearby, about 45 minutes away or so. Here's the kick and deal to Grace. One swung on and missed.
Finish him.
2 strikes. Got him looking downstairs. Grace down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Finnell. Josh Cowden to the plate. He's had a very successful evening with a pair of hits, including an RBI double. Finnell watched for that big breaking ball. It's a 12-6 style curve. Was in this league back in 2018. He played for the Bombers as a ground ball back towards the middle. And Josh Cowden has his 3rd hit of the night. It's a single to center to continue the inning.
Pinch hitter Jake McMurray is now our new beer batter. If he strikes out in this at-bat, you get $2 Bud.
Pinch hitter coming in here out of Oral Roberts, Jake McMurray. Bats for Blake Marsh, 0 for 2. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. So first change here today on the lineup for either side. First pitch of ball. We're in the top of the 6th. We are tied at 3. 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. Oral Roberts, that name might sound familiar. They became fairly nationally known after the March Madness bracket. Oral Roberts made a very deep run on the men's side. Here's a ground ball towards short, and Barraza will go the easy way to second and end the inning. A fielder's choice to finish it. 6-4 the put out, and just a little single, nothing to worry about for Brett Finnell. He strikes out a pair. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. 5.5 complete to the bottom of 6. We're still tied at 3.
State Farm agent Cindy Piper is proud to be a sponsor of the Race Around the Bases. Tonight, Zachary and Fisher will compete against Ryder and Camille. The 2 teams will race in opposite directions around the bases, and the first to get back to home plate will be our winner.
Nixon, by the way, is 32. leadoff hitter. The guy who led off the end.
Here we go, let's keep it going! You guys got it! Rounding the corner, here we go! Let's hear it as they cross the finish line! Here we go! Let's give them a big round of applause!
Looks like we have a new catcher too.
Now is the time to have State Farm quote your insurance. Call Cindy today at our Palm Springs office located at 201 East Ramon Road or visit statefarm.com.
Okay, tell me one more time. Hold on. Okay. St. Louis led off the end. No. Who pitched it?
Upper Crust Pizza in Cathedral City is open every day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Offering both pickup and delivery options. Upper Crust serves the best natural pizza in the area. Thank you, Upper Crust, for supporting the power.
So, Lindsley batted second in the end for Grace. Yes? Lindsley batted second in the end.
Dominic Dorado.
How is he coming? That means they had to pull a double switch. Well, I'm just saying they have to pull a double switch. Why? Did he not get the buyback? What's our strikeout?
Fans, we're still tied 3-3 in the bottom of the sixth. Now batting for the Power, the right fielder, Isaiah Alvarez.
Dominic Dorado will come in to pitch here for Creighton Hansen, who ended up going 2 innings with a hit and a strikeout and nothing else. It'll be Isaiah Alvarez to face off with him first to begin the inning. A couple of defensive changes here for the Arroyo Seco Saints as Alvarez fouls off the first one. Over at first base, remaining in the ball game, is Jake McMurray. New catcher into the contest is Tanner Lindsley. Oh, 1 on the inside corner for a strike. Oh, and 2 here on Alvarez, looking for a second hit. He had an infield single last time up. He'll take one high. 3-3 the score. We're in the last of the sixth. New shortstop into the contest, Devin Dixon is the new shortstop. This one fouled out of play, still 2 strikes. So Devin Dixon comes in defensively and is at short. Still getting them all here for you. Looks like they went with almost wholesale changes here. Justin Torres is the new second baseman. Here's a ground ball into left field. And with 2 strikes, Isaiah Alvarez has himself a leadoff single.
Power fan now batting. First baseman,
Mark Kirkland, he's 1 for 2. Mixed bag for him, a single and a ground ball double play. Drew Cowley is the new third baseman, by the way. This one comes in, misses off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. So at this point, again, it's pretty much a brand new defense. Gonna check in on the outfielders as well. The 1-0 didn't give it to him. 2 balls and no strikes. Cowden remains in left. As the 2-0 comes home, high and away. 3 balls and no strikes now in Kirkland. 3-3 score. We're in the 6th inning. Connor Bradshaw remains in center. And that's still Jack Burden in right. That's ball 4 downstairs. The go-ahead run gets into scoring position. That's just the 2nd walk issued today. First one here by Dominic Dorado. Pinch hitter here, Josh Hernandez, takes over for Deshaun Johnson. They'll take one for a strike to begin the at-bat. 0-1. Deshaun Johnson ended up going 0 for 2 with 2 balls on the ground. So Alvarez aboard at second on the 2-strike single. Kirkland at first on the 4-pitch walk. Here's a bunt try back towards the mound. They'll have 1 play and 1 play only as Dorado slings it to first. Sacrifice bunt for Josh Hernandez puts runners in scoring position and 1 gone for A.J. Barraza. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Casey Kleinman will pinch hit for A.J. Barraza, who went 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch swinging, chopped on the infield. Tough play, picked up by Cali. Throw to first, but a run comes in to score, and the Power regain the lead. It's 4-3, Palm Springs. That was a heck of a play by Drew Cowley to get that out. 5-3 on the putout, especially considering he just came into the ballgame. So Isaiah Alvarez scores on the play. Up to third. We'll go Kirkland. Strike called here on Cato Kleiman. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Oh no. Cato Kleiman is down and is grabbing his left knee. That is not a good sign. Oh, he's writhing in pain. We have not seen any true injuries thus far. The first couple of games of the PSCL and here with the Power. But something seriously wrong there with Cato Kleiman. He went down immediately after swinging. I gotta imagine tweaked the knee or something. The way he went down is not conducive of when, you know, there's something small going on there. There appears to be something wrong with his left knee. He will get helped off the field rather, and he can't put any weight on that knee. He'll be sent straight to the clubhouse to get that checked on. We'll have to get obviously a hitter here to continue the ball game, but that's a tough pill to swallow, and obviously we wish all the best. Cato Kleiman just came up empty on that swing and immediately crumbled to the ground. So the Power figuring out what they're going to do offensively here for Kleinman. Man, that's tough. That's very tough. That had some eerily similar to Fernando Tatis Jr. earlier this year style vibes, where he went down with that shoulder problem immediately. That's when you know, when it's an immediate reaction like that, that's when you know it's something a little more serious, and hopefully, you know, it's not a, if we had to ponder on it, the situations that conduce that are usually dislocations. Now, dislocations obviously have their various grades. And again, this is just me spitballing. I wouldn't take any of this to heart, but just trying to put into perspective what happened. That usually means that in the way that he was unable to put any weight on it, he was trying to bend it back and forth there while he was laying in the left-handed batter's box. The batter, by the way, is going to be Ernesto Figueroa. And he'll take one up and out. So Figueroa will come into bat here. And he'll take one outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes on Figueroa with a runner at second base, a run home. It's 4-3 Palm Springs. 2 outs in the inning. He'll swing through this one, and that'll end the frame. He goes down on strikes, but again, a scary moment here in the frame. Hopefully, Cato Kleinman will be all right. We're wishing the best. Power do get a run here on the frame on an RBI ground out from Casey Kleinman, and we will go to the 7th. 4-3 Palm Springs leading this one.
Also, kids, if you want to win a prize, then dig up our special stuff bags from our marketing team to participate in Stuffed Pizza's Race to Recycle. Stuffed Pizza at Old Town La Pizza was voted best pizza in the Coachella Valley. Enjoy great deals with their daily happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Stuff offers patio seating with full bar, 40 lines by the glass. Order online at stuffedpizza.com/pizza.
We begin the top half of the 7th inning. The pitch is down and out, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 comes home, misses down and away. This is Drew Cowley. Came in as a defensive replacement, batting in the 8th spot. We'll have a pretty much brand new set of batters here aside from the outfielders. So Drew Cowley is the batter. Has some defensive arrangement changes, of course, with Cato Kleinman going down. We're in the top of the 7th. Power leading at 4-3. On the outside edge for strike 2. Ernesto Figueroa slides over to third base. Going from third to short is Ryan Rodriguez. Pitch coming home now to Cowley. They don't give it to him. Casey Kleinman moves over to second base. Here's a tapper back in front of the mound. It'll be the pitcher Finnell to make the grab, throwing over to first, 1 away. So Casey Kleinman is over at first, or second base rather. Remaining at first is Mark Kirkland. And we should have a new left fielder as well. I believe that's Josh Hernandez. Again, it's tough to tell from here. No numbers on the front of Power jerseys, so we have to wait till the guys turn around. First offering in for a strike called. Batter here is Justin Torres, one of those other defensive replacements. First trip to the plate for him, taking over for Cobb. Here's a ground ball towards short, scooped up by Rodriguez. Throw to first, good stretch, didn't get him. Infield single for Justin Torres. That's the 9th hit of the night for Arroyo Seco. They still trail 4-3, however. Connor Bradshaw to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Runner aboard, 1 gone, 4-3 Palm Springs. First pitch chopped to first. Kirkland steps on the bag, throw to second, tag, got him. And that will end the inning here on a 3-6 double play backwards style. So that'll end the frame. Infield single goes by the wayside. Minimum face for Finnell. It's stretch time in Palm Springs. 4-3. The Power lead it.
Hey kids, it's the last call to sing the stretch. Now it's time to sit it down to Maya in the marketing pit.
And it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Please get up, stretch out, and join the Power Kids choir in the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, presented by Jack in the Box. I want to hear everybody singing along.
Rodriguez. We go to the bottom of inning number 7. Rodriguez to lead this off. This is Ryan Rodriguez. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Takes one down and in. Palm Springs leads it 4-3. Just took the lead there in the 6th. Ryan Rodriguez, Brian Leaf, Jacob McCaskey, the scheduled hitters here, 2, 3, and 4. In the air down the right field line. Out of play, 1-1. Hey, Power fans, don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:05, it's Pride Night out at the ballpark, so bring your friends, bring your family. Tickets still available, great seats still available. All the action gets started with the finale here against Arroyo Seco. Tomorrow night, first pitch, 7:05, gates at 6 o'clock. Hope to see you here. That one fouled off, and it's 1-2 here on Ryan Rodriguez. Sam Walters will have your call tomorrow night, by the way. We'll be out of town, but be back on Sunday, so no harm, no foul. Sam's got my back, so in case you're wondering where I'm at, it'll be Sam on the call. 1-2, bouncer on the inside part of the hands to roll foul third base side. Rodriguez grounded out back in the 5th, the only time he's made an out tonight. And he foul tips this one into the mitt, hung on by the catcher Lindsley. Strikeout number 2 for Dominic Dorado. Get it eventually. Dominic Dorado with 2 punch outs, a walk, and a run allowed. It was earned thus far through an inning and a third. Brian Leaf to the plate. He has struck out twice, also walked and scored back in the 1st. 4-3 Palm Springs, bottom 7 here in Palm Springs, California. Swing through this one, 0-1 on Brian Leaf. Swing and a miss. Lots of strikes filled up the zone here for Dorado. Dorado, D-I-R-A-D-O, Dorado. Got him swinging. Ran a fastball in. That's 3 straight punch outs for Dominic Dorado. All swinging. 2 gone for McCaskey.
2 out now here in the bottom of the 7th. Now batting for the Power. DH, Jacob McCaskey.
McCaskey has reached base thrice tonight. A 2-run triple back in the 1st, an error in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th. It's 2 for 3. He'll take the first offering from Dorado downstairs and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Power have only gone down in order once tonight. That was back in the 4th inning. I guess Creighton Hansen. This is the 4th pitcher used tonight here for Arroyo Seco. Foul ball. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, Arroyo Seco means dry creek. Dry creek in Spanish. Arroyo is creek, Seco is dry. Seco mode, I guess. There's something there. I'll workshop it. Swing and a miss here on McCaskey. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Jacob McCaskey, the DH, looking for his 3rd hit tonight. Gonna have to battle here with Dorado, who's looking to clean up the sides here in order. Long pause, 1-2. Flipped out of play. Ball game just surpassed the 2-hour mark. We're at 2 hours and 3 minutes. Try another one, too. Broken bat flare towards short, and that catch will be made by Devin Dixon. So ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Dominic Dorado. Palm Springs still hanging on to a 4-0 lead. We go to the 8th here in the Deserts.
Hey, Howard fans, come out to Club Trinidad Resort, located in Palm Springs. Club Trinidad is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power and the home of the legendary Purple Room. Reliable Roofing has over 40 years of professional roofing experience serving greater Southern California. Reliable Roofing can solve all of your roofing problems. Reliable Roofing makes construction simple. Julie Nolan, protecting you from insects, mice, and creepy exterminators. For a complimentary in-home inspection, call or visit julienolan.com today. It's another reminder, you bring a foul ball to the third base concession stand, you can get a free popsicle.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's a 4-3 Palm Springs advantage. The first batter of the frame will be Devin Dixon. Took over defensively for Cooper Elliott back in the 6th inning, so he will bat for the first time here tonight. Cooper Elliott had a big night. 2 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. Dixon and then Jack Burden upstairs with this one, 2-1. Power scored 3 runs in the first. Their lone run in the 6th has themselves the lead. Arroyo Seco scored twice in the 4th and once in the 5th. At that point, tied it up, but again, Palm Springs on an RBI ground out from Kleinman were able to get the lead back. Missed the plate with this one, downstairs 3-1. That's in for a strike. That's strike 2. Count is filled here for Brett Finnell, back out for his 3rd inning of work. Foul tipped. That got a good chunk of the zone. Try it again here at 3-2.
Fans, another reminder, you can bring all foul balls to the third base concession stand for a popsicle.
And that'll get him on strike. So Dixon, strikeout victim here. That's the 3rd for Brett Finnell tonight. One away here to open up the 8th inning.
Going out now at the top of the 8th, now batting for the Saints. Murphy.
It's been pretty good here tonight for Brett Finnell. Keeping him off balance. He hasn't had a runner get to second base yet in his 2 1/3. Burden chops one up along the first base line, 0-1. Now one back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. When the Power bat in the 8th, hoping to add to their lead, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up. Jack Burden not going down without a fight. Again, next action tomorrow night, Palm Springs versus Arroyo Seco for the finale of this quick 2-game set. All the action tomorrow, however, will start off in the morning on Juneteenth. Grizzly and Bomber start at 9 a.m. here. Sam Walters on the call, that ball game at 9 a.m. First of a double-header, 7-inning style, and the Coyotes and Blue Sox will also mix it up here at 11:30 in the morning. Burden fouls off another one, and again, the nightcap at 7:05, Arroyo Seco and Palm Springs. All the action right here on Power TV and the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel. This one launched out to right field. Going to stay in the yard, however. Tracking back now, coming in to make the grab there is Alvarez, and there's 2 gone. So Burden now 1 for 4. Hayden Seldomridge will come to the plate. First offering in for a strike here at Seldomridge. Seldomridge pinch hit back in the 6th and struck out to begin the inning. This will be his 2nd trip to the plate. Offers at this one and comes up empty. 4-3 Palm Springs. We're in the top of the 8th. Outside with this one, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here we go. Got him with a fastball, and down goes Seldomridge. Brett Fiddles looked really good here tonight. That's his 4th strikeout, and he has 3 shutout frames with just 2 singles allowed. Only one of those, by the way, left the infield. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Can the Power pad their lead? We go there. It's still 4-3 Palm Springs.
All right, fans, get your raffle tickets ready. It's time to find the winner of our 50-50 raffle, brought to you by State Farm City Piper. Tonight's winner will receive a Power swag bag filled with Power gear, promo coupons, and $53. The winning number is 08838. Again, that is 08838. Oh, we have a winner! Congratulations to our winner, and thank you, fans, for playing the State Farm City Piper 50-50 raffle. Back up to you, Sam.
Justin Mazzone will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning, trying to add to this 4-3 advantage. Diego Avila will be on the hill here for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Dominic Dorado, 2 innings, a hit, an earned run, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. He's the pitcher of record right now. And so is Brett Finnell. We go to the bottom of 8. Justin Mazzone is looking for his second hit. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Single first pitch, chopped right side. Charging to his left, Torres. Easy flip, 1 down. Avila, 6 foot 180. The right-handed pitcher is the 5th used tonight here for Arroyo Seco. No one has tossed longer than 2 innings. We obviously hope Avila does throw 2 innings, because that means good things happens offensively. We're in the bottom of 8. Alvarez takes one for a strike. It's 0-1. Isaiah Alvarez, pair of hits here this evening. Infield single in the 3rd, a single and a run scored in the 6th. He right now has the go-ahead run, potential winning run that he scored back in the 6th inning. He'll sky this one out of play. No balls and 2 strikes here on Isaiah Alvarez. He hasn't struck out tonight. All the strikeouts are in the top 3 of the order, weirdly enough. The bottom 6 have not struck out this evening, but the top 3 have struck out 7 times. Who had that on their bingo card? In the dirt with this one, 1-2 on Alvarez. Mark Kirkland the next one. Diego Avila went to Loyola High School, a native of Glendale, out of Claremont McKenna. First team All-CIF in soccer out at Loyola High School. So 2-sport athlete out at Loyola, both soccer and baseball, clearly. A ball and 2 strikes here on Alvarez. On its way home. Another foul ball. When the Arroyo Seco Saints make their way to the plate in the 9th, they have 5, 6, and 7 due up. That would be Lindsley, Cowden, and McMurray. Try another 1-2 to Isaiah Alvarez. Didn't ring him up on the outside edge. It's off the plate. Avila very methodical on the hill. 2-2 on its way. Chop ball, tough play. Charging in Cali, makes the grab off balance throw, and a good one. 2 gone. It's a pretty good play. Mark Kirkland to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Got to third base back in the 6th inning, but could not score. 4-3, Palm Springs, again, just hoping to maybe add 1 more here to give themselves a little breathing room against the Saints. The Saints are the last team that the Power lost to back in 2019. As they'll swing through this one, 0-1. Power went 41-2 in 2019. both losses to these Arroyo Seco Saints. 0-1 to Kirkland. Lifted to left, drifting to right is Cowden. I'll put that away. 1, 2, 3 here in the frame. Cowden will bat second in the inning as we go to the ninth. 3 outs from victory number 4. Arroyo Seco trying to come back in this one. 4-3 Palm Springs. Conclusion next here from Palm Springs Stadium.
And the ninth inning is brought to you by Agua Caliente Palm Springs, who remind you to head downtown to make it legendary.
It's not just how you play, but where. With Lady Luck at your side. Oh, the stories you'll be telling tomorrow. Play Palm Springs Spa Resort Casino.
And the West Coast Cannabis Club finds itself underlying their customers with premium cannabis products at prices that make sense. WCCC also provides a home delivery service. You're just a phone call away from having a WCCC-friendly staff member at your home. Now pitching, number 17, Hunter. Oh!
What an outing for Brett Finnell tonight. 3 innings, just 1 hit. It was a 2 hits, a pair of singles. One of them was an infield single. Shutout frames with no walks and 4 punch-outs. He gives way to Hunter Holmes. Brett Finnell is the pitcher of record at this point. 4-3 the score as we begin the top of the 9th inning. 4-3 Palm Springs. Holmes has been pitching a lot here as the offering to Tanner Lindsley misses. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. We've seen Holmes pitch twice already, once for the Power and once in the PSCL yesterday. He gets a swing and a miss, and it's 2 strikes here on Lindsley. One and 2 the count. Holmes kicks, pauses, deals the 1-2. Little tapper back to the left side, stabbed by Holmes. Throw to first in time, 1 away. Power fans, don't forget, coming up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., all the action in the PSCL gets started with game number 1, Grizzly and Bombers. Game 2 at 11:30, the Coyotes and Blue Sox. We wrap it up with the nightcap, Arroyo Seco and Palm Springs one more time tomorrow night at 7:05. So a 1-3 put out. First offering misses. This is Josh Cowden, who has been very good tonight. 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double with an RBI this evening. Pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. Or 2 balls and no strikes. Hunter Holmes, or pardon me, Brett Finnell ended up retiring the last 4 he faced with 2 strikeouts and a double play with a flyout. In the air to center field. Leaf to his right now drifts back on it, and 2 outs. Power led 3-0, surrendered 3 runs, 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. Got the lead back in the 6th, and here we are in the 9th. Did you follow that? Jake McMurray is all that stands in the way of win number 4 for Palm Springs. Could potentially be the first loss of the year for the Saints, who entered 4-0 today. First pitch on its way. McMurray, who's hitless, 0 for 1, takes a strike, 0-1. Kick deal, the 0-1 pitch from Holmes. In the air, popped up, first base side, should be playable. Here comes Kirkland, catch is made, ball game is over. Palm Springs comes away with a squeaker of a victory, but a victory nonetheless. Final score of 4-3. Hunter Holmes chalks up the save. The win will go to Brett Finnell as the Power advance to 4-0 on the year. It took us 2 hours and 24 minutes here today. The loss will go to Dominic Dorado here today. So Dorado takes the loss. Save will go to Hunter Holmes. The closer is able to lock it down here today for Palm Springs. That's going to do it for us here tonight. The Power come away with victory number 4. I want to thank you again for tuning in for this installment of Palm Springs Power Baseball. Wrapping up another beautiful day here in the desert. One last time for you. 4-3, Power over the Saints. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Sam Walters has your call all day long, 9, 11:30, and 7:05. We'll talk to you tomorrow. But until then, enjoy what's left of your Friday evening, everybody.